Hello guys, today I have a great story, very interesting story, and I like to read it to you. The Man Who Borrowed Time. What if one day you found yourself living a life that wasn't entirely yours? One shaped by a strange debt you didn't remember making. This is the story of Elliot Crane and the man who lent him time. Elliot Crane was an ordinary man, the kind that fades into the crowd at train stations, who always remembers to pay his bills but forgets his dreams. He lived alone, worked in IT support, and his idea of excitement was changing the wallpaper on his desktop. He wasn't unhappy, but neither was he fulfilled. On his 38th birthday, something peculiar happened. He received a letter, not an email, not a text, a real letter, sealed in dark red wax and smelling faintly of smoke. Dear Mr. Crane, it read, it has come to our attention that your borrowed time is about to expire. Kindly prepare for return. A representative will collect you on the evening of the 7th. Yours sincerely, the Office of Temporal Agreements. He laughed, thinking it was a prank. But on the evening of the 7th, just as the city lights began to flicker into life, a knock came at his door. Standing there was a man in an old-fashioned suit, holding a silver watch that didn't tick. Mr. Crane, he said politely, it's time. The man, who called himself Halford, didn't explain much. He didn't need it to, because as he led Elliot into the night, Elliot's memories began to shift. He remembered being 10 years old and almost drowning, and then, miraculously, a man with the same silver watch pulling him out. He remembered nearly being hit by a bus at 21, only to trip at the last second and fall safely onto the curb. He remembered surviving a fire in his apartment thanks to unexplained malfunction in the smoke detector. All those close calls, all those lucky breaks, they weren't luck, they were loans. You see, Halford said, as they sat on a park bench that seemed oddly untouched by time. Time isn't always linear. Sometimes we lend it. We extend it to people who have potential, but who hesitate. Why me? Elliot asked. Because you could have done something. You still can. But you lived your like your hours didn't matter. So now we must decide. Should we extend your line or collect what's owed? Elliot felt sick. I didn't know. You never asked. What followed was not a treat but a test. Halford gave Elliot 7 days. Do something with your time. Make it count. And we'll see if it's worth renewing. In that week, Elliot didn't climb mountains or jump from planes, but he did something far braver. He reconnected with his estranged sister. He told a colleague the truth about his burnout. He stood up for a build kit at the bus stop. He opened his notebook and wrote again, something they hadn't done since college. And on the seventh day, as the sky turned violet, Halford returned. He looked at Elliot, then at the silver watch. It ticked once, for the first time. "Your loan has been extended," Halford said, smiling. "Use it well." And just like that, he vanished. Elliot never saw Halford again, but he no longer needed him. He woke up each morning knowing his hours were borrowed. Yes, but that didn't make them worthless. It made them sacred. Because when time is a gift, every second counts. It's a very great story, guys, and I have a lot of happiness and just a very wide thoughts about this history. And when we wake up each morning and we just can think that it's okay, we have a lot of time, but when we thinking in this angle of view that just our time was borrowed to us, we just change our attitude to each hour, and it was a very pressure for us and very expensive. I like to read your comments about this history and about your emotions, and thank you for watching this video. Good luck. Have a great time.